College football analyst Kitk Herbstreit goes in on Tennessee fans for calling for Josh Heupel's firing. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Kangaroo Black coming back once again to talk about college football analyst Kitk Herbstreit's thoughts on Tennessee fans calling for Josh Heupel's firing. And I, for one, know it's not a majority of the Tennessee fan base. It's only a select few. And those few, they gotta be crazy. They better realize what they got. And they better realize what they didn't have before Josh Heupel. Because before Josh Heupel, Tennessee's football program was dead, irrelevant, non-existent. So they better think back to those times and be grateful for Josh Heupel. Now, if you want to read this article, you can go to ProFootballNetwork.com. Kitk Herbstreit ridicules Tennessee fans for demanding Josh Heupel's firing. That's just asinine, if you ask me. But anyway, Josh Heupel's Tennessee Volunteers suffered a 33-27 home loss to the Oklahoma Sooners on Saturday. Before that, his squad held a 6-2 record and remained in the hunt for the college football playoff berth. While Heupel's team is now entering a crucial late-season stretch that will determine its playoff hopes, some fans have already begun calling for Josh Heupel's firing. Well, Tennessee fans, you're not going to the playoff. Your Vols is not going to the playoff. That's over. All right? Because, you know, going into that game against Oklahoma, there was a chance that you would lose. And just like Oklahoma fans, they knew the same thing, because guess what? This was a game that would knock one of those teams out of the playoff, and it just happened to be Tennessee. So Oklahoma, if they lose another game, I don't think they'll be going to the playoffs either. A 3-loss team going to the playoff, I ain't seen it happen. 3-loss teams can hope they can get in the playoff and wish that they can backdoor their way in, but I don't think the committee will let that happen. But just because you're not going to the playoffs, that's no reason to call for Josh Heupel's firing, as much as he did for that program since he been there. All right, he took you to the playoff last year. First time ever going to the playoff. So you still should be grateful for that. Anyway, 4 Southeastern Conference head coaches have been fired during this season. LSU's Brian Kelly, Florida's Billy Napier, Arkansas' Sam Pittman, and now Auburn, Hugh Freeze. And it's firing season. I would say that, especially in the SEC. Other conferences have fired head coaches, but 4 in one season out of one conference, that's a lot. And it's not the time to be calling for your head coach's job. Not this season, even though I don't think it'll have an effect on Josh Heupel anyway. Kitk Herbstreit calls out Tennessee fans for demanding Josh Heupel's firing. Following Tennessee's loss to Oklahoma, some volunteer fans are now calling for Heupel to be the next SEC coach to be fired. However, ESPN analyst Kitk Herbstreit had a blunt response to this notion. This is what he said. I heard some nonsense from Tennessee fans about Josh Heupel's gotta go. Herbstreit said on his podcast, everybody who loses has got to go. Kitk Herbstreit said, man, bullshit. His exact words. Have you thought about where Tennessee football program was before Josh Heupel got there? I suggest y'all do that. Have you thought about how many years you were irrelevant? I suggest y'all do that. Off the field issues and drama in Tennessee had them. So you select few Tennessee fans, you better think about that. I'm telling you, the grass is not always greener on the other side. Anyway, talking about Josh Heupel, Kitk Herbstreit said you should be like lock Josh Heupel and his staff down for 100 years. That's how you fans should be, considering where Josh Heupel brought that program from. You can't win every game. It doesn't mean you don't have a good coach. It doesn't mean you don't have a good program. You're lucky to have Josh Heupel. You damn sure is. You guys are heading in a great direction. Firing Josh Heupel is not the answer. And I agree wholeheartedly with Kitk Herbstreit. Firing Josh Heupel is definitely not the answer. because you're going to get another coach in there if you fire him, which I know they ain't. You will get another coach in there, and he's going to change basically everything Josh Heupel did. You're going to have a new scheme. All right. You're going to have a host of new coaches, a whole new staff. You're going to have that. You're going to have players to transfer out. You might get some to transfer in, but a lot of them might transfer out. So that's what comes with it. And then you're going to be in the land of the unknown. I can guarantee you that. But anyway, Heupel led the Volunteers to the college football playoff appearance last year and holds a 43-18 record since taking over the program. 43-18 record. You tell me another coach that came close to that since Philip Fulmer. And Philip Fulmer, didn't he retire or step down as head coach in like 2008 or after the 2008 season? Josh Heupel wasn't hired to 2021. So that's about 13 seasons that y'all was irrelevant, non-existent, dead. And that's what you select few fans want to take a risk of going back to. You done lost all your damn mind. About the hot seat rumor on Josh Pate, on three's Josh Pate said he has also received messages from Tennessee fans about Heupel's job status. Like Herbstreit, he dismissed the talk, saying the hot seat discussion should have perspective, in which it should. Josh Pate said, people, I'm not hating on you. You ought to root for your team to win every game. What I'm saying is some people who had unrealistic expectations for this team are now getting mad at the team for not fulfilling their unrealistic expectations. Tennessee is right in line to do what I thought they was going to do. And this is Josh Pate. I had them going. I had them as an 8-4 team. I thought it was a transition year, hot seat, and Josh Heupel shouldn't even be in the same sentence. And that is right. That is right. Hot seat, Josh Heupel, not in the same sentence. I know y'all just gave him a raise, but shit, you should give him another one, hell. You should give him another one. Damn crazy. In April this year, longtime SEC commentator Paul Feinbaum said he couldn't think of a coach more secure at his job than Josh Heupel. Heupel is in his 5th season in Knoxville and received a contract extension in August, which runs through January 30. The deal raised his annual pay from $9 million with a maximum bonus of $1.7 million. So he raised his pay to $9 million and he get with a maximum bonus of $1.7 million. So, for you select few fans, are y'all that delusional? Let me remind y'all. Before Jeremy Pruitt, okay, we're going to go all the way back to freaking Philip Fulmer, right? Jeremy Pruitt. Let me get to him. Where you at, Jeremy? Okay, Jeremy Pruitt. Jeremy Pruitt. He went 16-19. And you know they took away most of those wins in 2019 and 2020. He was your head coach from 2018 to 2020. And he went 16-19. But then they found out what he was doing, cheating or whatever. I don't know who was to blame. And they took all your wins from 19 and 20, which make Jeremy Pruitt record 5-19. Y'all don't want to go back to going through all these investigations by the NCAA. And y'all Tennessee fans are the one that always say the NCAA has it out for you. You better keep Josh Heupel. But I'm going to give Jeremy Pruitt the credit of winning 16 games as the Tennessee head coach, but also losing 19. So he couldn't even give you a 500 record. Irrelevant. Let's go on to Butch Jones. Butch Jones, even though he had an overall winning record for y'all, he went 34-27. That's barely old. That might be 65% maybe. But in SEC play, he was 14-24. You can't win like that. You definitely can't get to an SEC championship like that. And you definitely can't get to the playoff like that, okay? Just saying. His best season, 15-16, he went 9-4, 5-3 in the SEC, 4-4 in the SEC. You don't want to go back to that. And as I said, 14-24 in the SEC, that don't get you nothing. Just a little reminder of where y'all been before Josh Heupel. Then you want to go to Derek Dooley, 2010-2012. Yeah, because you had Bush Jones from 2013 to 2017, 5 seasons. And he only won 14 SEC games in 5 seasons. But anyway, Derek Dooley. This man went 15-21. He was your head coach from 2010 to 2012. 15-21. 4-19 in SEC play. So you want to tell me through 3 seasons, this man only won 4 games, and you want to put Josh Heupel's job at risk and possibly go back to that? Man, come on, man. Stop it. And then in 2009, you had Lane Kiffin. I don't even want to count that. But even Lane Kiffin went 7-6, 4-4 in the SEC. Come on, man. So you can add that up. Lane Kiffin, 4 SEC wins. Derek Dooley, 4 SEC wins. Bush Jones, he had 14. All right, so that's 22. All right. And then Jeremy Pruitt, I don't know what he had, but he got 2 right here. I know he had more than that, but then I'm going to go by this. Okay, 2. 24 SEC wins from 2009 to 2020. Well, that's 11 years, only 24 SEC wins. Come on, baby. You don't want to go back to that. You don't want to go back to that. Come on now. And if you pull up Josh Heupel, as it said, Josh Heupel got how many wins? In his this is going into his 5th year. 43-18 overall. And in the SEC, he got 23 wins already. Say it ain't so. And the season ain't even over. So he'll probably surpass all of those guys for those 11 years. Jeremy Pruitt, Bush Jones, Derek Dooley, Lane Kiffin. And I ain't even count your interim head coaches. I ain't going to even count them. So he'll pass them this year in conference wins in his 5th season. Come on, man. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 coaches in 11 years. And you talking about fire Josh Heupel? Man, y'all will be on another freaking head coaching search for the next 10, 15 freaking years trying to find the right one. When you got the right one there right now. So you select few Tennessee fans, I would advise y'all to shut the hell up and let Josh Heupel do his damn job. The man is winning games. He took you to the damn playoffs last year. Well, of course. Guess what? Jeremy Pruitt was there. From 2018 to 2020, could he take you to the playoff? Hell no. Bush Jones got there. And he was there in 2014 when the playoffs started. 14, 15, 16, 17. Did he take you to the playoff? Hell no. But guess what? Josh Heupel did. In his 4th season as your head coach, he took you to the playoff. So you should be happy. Matter of fact, y'all should be giving that man a raise, just like I said. Should be hugging that man every damn chance you get and thanking him for freaking what he done did for y'all. Every damn Tennessee fan should be writing him a damn thank you note. And every Tennessee fan that called for his firing should be writing him an apology letter. And that's a fact. Tennessee fans, y'all lost. Not all y'all now. I'm just talking to the select few that call for your head coach's firing. That is asinine. That's crazy. Hell, he the reason why a lot of those high caliber athletes come to freaking Tennessee, especially on the offensive side of the ball, because of the style of offense that he played. Them quarterbacks know they're going to throw the freaking ball. Them wide receivers know they're going to get the ball. Come on, man. Plus, if he got a hell of a running back, he going to get the ball. Y'all better be careful what you ask for. The grass ain't always greener on the other side. So if you're a Tennessee fan, even if you ain't a Tennessee fan, let me know what y'all think about the select few fans that's calling for Josh Heupel's firing. Let me know what y'all think. But y'all be blessed, and remember, KB don't give a piss about nothing but the Tide, and roll damn Tide.